Alright guys, so this is my second time trying these Minute Muffins by Kodiak, because the first time I bought it, I just messed it up and I figured I did something wrong. I had the blueberry one. So I was at the store last week and I saw they had a deal 5 for 5, so I picked up some double chocolate ones and their apple cinnamon one. All you literally do is add water to the fill line, mix it up and throw it in the microwave for a minute. It's like foolproof, and I figured it had to be good. Comes out of the microwave and it's like collapsed. So ultimate fail on the muffin part. So these minute muffins were kind of a fail. I mean, the concept by Kodiak is a really cool idea. Muffin in a minute, just throw it in here and it's really convenient. And maybe if they just modify the formula or something, it could turn into a really good product, but I'm not gonna try these again. I tried the blueberry one and the chocolate one, both kind of just like they collapse. They don't get super cooked and fluffy. But what I did do is I used these for a pancake recipe twice so far, and today I used the chocolate one. So double dark chocolate pancakes, I used one of these, and the good thing about using these is it'll add 6 grams of fiber to it, and it just adds density to your pancakes. So I used 2 regular servings of pancakes, one of these whole cups, 1 egg and some almond milk, just mixed it up, cooked them, and they turned out really well. A few days ago I used the apple cinnamon one, and then I threw in an extra apple pie spice and some cinnamon in the pancake mix, cooked them the same way. They were amazing. So it'd be cool if Kodiak, by some odd chance, is watching one of these videos, that if you made pancakes taste like your muffins, that would be a huge seller. I would buy out those every time I was at the grocery store. But I'm about to head to the gym right now, doing a chest and back workout. It's my day off. Friday, my day off. The best part about having a day off before the weekend is, once the weekend hits, I'm constantly thinking, man, I only have 2 days left of this weekend. You have a day off before the weekend, you're like, no worries. No cares in the world. So going to head up to the gym, I'll show you guys some clips of the workout, and then we'll get into some food for the rest of the day. There's nothing quite like when you're in a parking lot all by yourself, videotaping yourself, and the one person that drives in the parking lot parks right next to you, and you make eye contact while filming yourself. So nothing more awkward than that. But I'm pretty jealous of you guys that are at the Arnold right now. I wanted to be at the Arnold Expo so bad this weekend, and last weekend I almost pulled the trigger, and I almost bought a plane ticket because I knew I had this 3-day weekend coming up, but I thought, maybe there's a chance that I might get called into work. And then today, I get the phone call that I'm going into work tomorrow, so it's good I didn't pull the trigger on the ticket. I would have loved to have been in the Arnold, though. I was there in college. I think I was a sophomore, so it was like 3 years ago. I had such a good time. Got so many free samples, met a lot of cool people, and it's just a good environment because you're filled with people that love doing what you do. And I would love to have a booth with BPN, not next year, because next year I don't even think during the month of March I'll be in the United States, the way it's looking right now. But in 2 years, I plan on being at the Arnold with a booth and meeting up with a bunch of you guys. I would love to go to some other expos that are coming up. Not the Olympia, because I have training for the Army in October. But I'll look at some other ones and see which ones I can make, because I would love to get down there, even if I don't set up a booth, just to meet a bunch of you guys and have a good time, because the vibe and the environment is such a good place to be, and it's just motivating to get back on track if you lose a little bit of motivation. So going in and do this workout. I wish I was at the Arnold to see you guys, meet you guys, and have a good time though.
Like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Oh, I wished, but I never thought I'd get it like this.
So in today's workout, I decided to hit some triples and bench, starting with 275 and then working up 5 pounds till I felt that I was hitting an RP 9.5 for a triple, which I worked at 305, and then I hit 3 singles at 315, which is 90% of my projected 1 rep max at 350 right now. So I'm not steering away from the 10-5-3-1-1-1 rep scheme. It's just saving that for another day, and this is my day where I can just focus on different rep schemes, and this is where I'll start using board presses. I really wish I could find like a workout partner on a steady, continuous basis, but it's just that my schedule is weird and I don't work out at the same time all the time. So having someone else to do board presses and stuff like that would be so convenient. But I don't know if you can notice in this video, but when I lay down to get in position for bench press, my abs were so sore. And like last night I woke up in the middle of the night and my abs were killing me because I think it was Wednesday I led PT and I did an ab workout. And when I lead PT sometimes, my goal or my intent is to smoke myself, or like work myself out as hard as possible. Because I know if I'm smoked or like burnt out, that's what I mean by smoked, that all the other guys I'm leading will be burnt out. So for abs, pretty much my goal is just to keep your feet in the 6 inches position as long as possible, doing different things like leg raises, V-ups, pulse ups, but your legs just don't touch the bottom. 6 inches, flutter kick, stuff like that. And they're all hurting, and I'm sucking too. I just don't act like it. But in reality, my abs are hurting so bad from that. My hip flexors are tight. And then doing the same thing for push-ups, staying in like the front leaning rest or the push-up position as long as possible, doing different variations of push-ups. But I didn't record my whole workout today. Mainly just want to show you guys my bench workout. And then this is my favorite exercise, the hammer strength machine for incline press. And then after this, going into some flies, which is like a staple, and have always been a staple in my diet. I just really enjoy them, and I can get a good pinch and a good burn at the top there, holding it a little bit. And for back, I did a bunch of different stuff, but I really wanted to show you my favorite exercise for back that I always do. And I always try to incorporate some sort of rows, so either dumbbell or barbell. And dumbbell rows have always been part of my workout routine that I just like incorporating. And one thing that a lot of people don't do right on the dumbbell row is, and I'll see it all the time in the gym, they'll bring their hand almost up to their chest. This is a back workout, and they're almost using just their arms to bring it up to their chest, but really you should be pulling that weight back towards your hip, and you'll feel the contraction. So I ended up taking Leo to the dog park, and of course he's a white dog and finds every puddle and piece of water and mud that he can, so he's absolutely wiped out and he's going to need a bath soon. So I'm covered in mud too from taking Leo to the dog park. I don't know if you can see. Legs are covered in mud. It was literally like puddles everywhere. But in one of these videos I put up recently, I talked about this fat-free cream cheese, strawberry by Philadelphia cream cheese this past week. And this stuff is absolutely awesome. Put these on bagels today, and it's been like my go-to. Also, I have some stuff sitting out here. I'm going to, after I give Leroy a bath, show you guys an overnight oats recipe. It's like a cinnamon roll flavor. But this time I'm going to do something different and cook the oats and let them sit in some chia seeds or chia seeds. Not really sure how you pronounce that, but tonight we're going for Mexican food. The thing about Mexican food that I love is you always get free chips and salsa, and it's always good. So my go-to usually when I go out to eat is like fajitas, just because you know you're getting a solid amount of protein, and I love making my own food. Because, you know, like they set it up, you get like a little bowl of cheese and lettuce and like sour cream, guacamole. So that's what we have tonight. So give Leroy a bath, and then I'll show you how to make these overnight oats, because I'm saving that for my last meal of the night tonight. So for this new overnight oats recipe, it's going to be 1 cup oats, and you're going to cook them actually. So you just add a cup of water and half a serving of chia seeds, which I'm doing. The reason I'm cooking them is because someone brought it to my attention that you can make a lot more volume. And I used to make them this way, but I just stopped for some reason. So I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon, just for some flavor, and then one of these white chocolate Jello mixes. I'm using the whole thing. It's really the only one I had sitting around, but I'm sure you can use different flavors. And then a little bit of sugar-free maple syrup, and then instead of peanut butter, I'm using this cinnamon raisin swirl by Peanut Butter and Company, and then 2 scoops of the cinnamon bun elite whey protein by Dymatize. I love this protein. You can actually just use it with water and it tastes really creamy. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of almond milk and mix it up, and then throw it in the fridge it's going to sit in there for probably 4 or 5 hours. So it's not really overnight oats. You can make it overnight oats, but it's just oats that are going to be really good. And we'll check them out when they are done after I eat some Mexican food. Alright, so I pulled out the oats, or the overnight oats. They were sitting in the fridge for about 5 hours. So I will admit that if you throw them in the microwave, there is a lot more volume than just making them, just not throwing them in the microwave, just making them and throwing raw oats in. But they don't get as thick. It could be because I didn't let them sit as long. But usually when I use raw oats, they get solid. Like I can put a fork in or a spoon in, and that'll stick straight up here. Not as solid, but taste-wise, consistency is a little different just because the oats are cooked, but this is really good. Tastes like a cinnamon roll, so do recommend it. Alright guys, so to wrap up this video, I just want to go over some things that I've been thinking of that I did in 2013 while I was dieting for a bodybuilding competition to share with you that just made life a whole lot easier. So One of my go-to foods was fresh cut green beans, like string beans that you get in the produce aisle of grocery stores. Not canned green beans or anything, but this is my go-to vegetable source because you get a lot of volume, not that many carbs, and it's high in fiber. So if you go to the grocery store and you get the green beans that are still raw, you just throw them in a pan with a little bit of water on medium heat, maybe some salt, and then you just cook them till they're a little tender. And if you do that and you eat them, it'll keep you full a really long time. I mean, that was my go-to. I was eating green beans like no other. Probably 30 to 40 pounds of green beans a week. No lie. Like, I feel like every day I was going to the grocery store for a new bag of green beans. The second thing that I did when I was deeper into prep is I cut out protein powder. Not for any bloating reason like people talk about, but just because protein powder did not fill me up. I would have rather eaten my protein from whole sources, like specifically chicken. Not really eggs because they didn't fill me up very much, but chicken, some fish. That's what I'll go to for my protein sources, just because it would keep me fuller longer. That was my main intent while dieting, was get as lean as possible with keeping as much food into my diet and not being hungry. Like towards the end of prep, obviously you can't avoid that, but when you're like say 8 weeks out, you don't want to be hungry because you're just starving for 8 more weeks. And the last thing I want to touch on is abs. So in the off season, I really don't do many abs other than when I'm at PT doing stuff that we do collectively. But when I was in contest prep, 16 weeks out, 2 to 3 times a week, I would just do hanging leg raises, 3 sets of failure, and then decline sit-ups. So just like take a bench at the gym, put it on the decline setting so your feet are locked in, and then do 4 sets of 25. And that's all I did, and my abs were absolutely crazy. If you go on my Instagram or my profile picture on MyFitnessPal, you'll see my abs, veins everywhere. But those are some tips I just wanted to get out in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.